to Your Health, where we explore the latest in health across the country. I'm Erica Cardenas. Today we're here at the University of Arizona College of Medicine in Phoenix to talk about health literacy. But before we get started, let's take a look at what's coming up on the show. Tips on becoming a better health advocate for yourself. And we'll show you some delicious dishes during Global Vegan Month. Plus, helping the community get the health services they need. All that and more on today's show. According to recent studies, more than 40% of Americans have trouble obtaining and understanding basic health information. Here to tell us more is Dr. Shad Marvasti. Welcome, doctor.
Thank you.
So first off, this is Health Literacy Month, so why is it so important for us to understand basic healthcare information?
Well, it's critical. Health literacy is the ability for individuals to not only find information about health, but be able to understand it and then use it to take actions proactively for their health.
So is the problem access to the information or just understanding it, or maybe it's a mixture of both?
I think it's a mixture of both, although the internet has definitely exploded in terms of all the different stuff that's out there, but there's also a lot of noise, right? And then there's also misinformation. So I think that's where it gets a little bit confusing. And in medical school here at the University of Arizona College of Medicine Phoenix, we make it a point to train our medical students not to use jargon, right? So that's one part of it on the medical side, right? We don't want to just throw out terms, throw out statistics without trying to explain it in ways that patients can understand, and then really engage them in that decision-making process. We want to be able to empower you with the information that you need.
So speaking of empowerment, what can we do as patients to increase our health literacy?
Yeah, one of the most important things is when you're at the doctor's office, you want to ask questions. If you don't understand anything, don't be shy about saying, look, I don't know what you mean by that. The other thing that I always encourage patients to do is to bring a loved one with them. Because two heads are better than one, right? Having more than one person there, being able to take notes, right? And be able to compare those notes and then actually, repeating back to the doctor saying, hey, did I understand this correctly? So what you're saying is this. So all those kind of strategies I think are really useful. And then, being able to, do a little bit of homework before you come in. You can read about it, but then ask for health education information. Most clinics and offices will have, accessible, easy to understand information, patient education handouts. So you want to ask for those and make sure that you understand them, and hopefully they're available in the language that you speak as well.
So doctor, how does misinformation play into all of this?
Unfortunately, we saw this play out in great detail in the pandemic. People have there's different health trends that are always, on any social media platform. So really, I think looking at the source of that information, coming back to your doctor's office, being able to have access to really good primary care is really important so that you can have that dialogue and be able to kind of vet whatever information you get.
So we do, of course, have access, at our fingertips to loads of information. Is there such thing as having too much information to where, we become overloaded?
I think so, and I think that's where your primary care physician comes in. Really, you have to look at them as their quarterback, and I think that will improve health literacy and outcomes overall, is if we can get more access to everyone to have a primary care doctor to be able to make sense of that information. And if you don't have that, then that's really problematic.
So Dr. Shad, any final tips, advice on how we can be better health advocates for ourselves?
Well, I think the key is to ask questions, okay? Know that you have a right to ask questions and to also ask for clarifications. Bring a buddy, bring a family member to any patient visit that you have with the doctor. And when in doubt about something you see, find a primary care doctor, establish a relationship with them, and ask those questions there so that you can have a good understanding from someone who knows what they're talking about and not just trust whatever trend you see online. And if the organizations that are out there in healthcare also does everything they can to provide understandable, accessible health education for patients, we're all going to get towards this goal of health literacy. We're going to work towards it together.
Dr. Shad, thank you so much. This is such great information. If you'd like more tools on how to increase your health literacy, just head over to the website. October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and the Coalition of Blacks Against Cancer are educating the community about the importance of screening.
The Coalition of Blacks Against Breast Cancer was an organization that was started about 12 years ago to address some of the health disparities that exist within the Black community here in the Phoenix metropolitan area. Like nationally, Black women and men who develop breast cancer have a lower survival and are 40% more likely to die of breast cancer. The organization, CBBC as we call it, really goes out and educates the community with the help of our survivors to talk about the importance of screening mammography, early diagnosis, treatment, and survivorship.
Under the Coalition of Blacks Against Cancer, we have two pillars. One of them is CBBC, the Coalition of Blacks Against Breast Cancer. The other is CBPC, the Coalition of Blacks Against Prostate Cancer. The CBBC side has been around for 12 plus years. The newest addition to the Coalition of Blacks Against Cancer is prostate cancer, and it started just in the last 6 months.
There was no organization that really provided support for Black breast cancer survivors where they could come and talk about questions that they had related to breast cancer and also provide support from other breast cancer survivors. And so we feel that CBBC has filled a very important niche within the Phoenix metropolitan area. Indeed, we're able to expand now nationally because we are hybrid. So we have in-person groups, but we've also expanded to allow people to join us via Zoom. Many people ask what is the most important thing that can be done to prevent breast cancer. One thing that I say is that you need to really take good care of yourself. Most people think that breast cancer is inherited or genetic, but only about 5 to maybe 10% of breast cancers really come through family history or passed through genes. Keeping your weight at a good level, eating right, reducing other things like exposures to alcohol, these are some of the things that people can do to help put themselves in a state where perhaps they will be less prone to developing breast cancer.
If there's a myth that should be dismissed, it is that it can't happen to you. Prostate cancer does not discriminate, and because you don't have a family history does not mean that it will not meet you at your front door. Meet us the third Sunday of each month from 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. at the Cancer Support Community at 360 East Palm Lane. You will thank me for that visit.
One way to help with health literacy is to bring a friend or family member to your next doctor appointment. They can take notes for you just in case you miss something, and they might even ask a question you may not have thought of. Stick around, there's more coming up. A vegan influencer talks to us about a plant-based lifestyle and healthcare that's making an impact in the community. It's estimated that 20 million Americans suffer from neuropathy, and the doctors at True Health can help your symptoms with their innovative treatments.
So neuropathy is actually more common than we think, and it is nerve damage. So there is over 100 reasons to why neuropathy happens. There is diabetic neuropathy, there is chemical and medication-induced neuropathy. There is also idiopathic, which means we don't know why it happens. But regardless of the reason, we need to know why it's happening and how to treat it. Over time, as these nerves are damaged, they cause patients symptoms like tingling, burning, cramping. Patients are not able to sleep. So with time, this can take a big toll on patients' quality of life. It's very important to treat neuropathy without medication because the medications are simply designed to mask the problems. So as we continue to mask these symptoms, they're just going to get worse. And a lot of these medications, they actually numb your brain, which means they numb the pain. They don't do anything about the root cause of the problem. Our most successful patients are ones that are highly motivated. They don't want the pill for an ill formula. We are the type of clinic that will work with people who are highly motivated to get better. In doing so, using these FDA-approved, groundbreaking treatment modalities, we're able to remarkably see patients do better. Our patients actually do really, really well, where we're able to see these symptoms go away, because your body can heal. Your body can heal and wants to heal without medication.
Once the regimen was established, I felt comfortable with it, and I have shown nothing but marked improvement. When I first came in, it looked like this. Now that I'm completing my treatment, this is what I look like. Prior, I was experiencing neuropathy and cramps during the night. I couldn't sleep all night. Presently, I can sleep the whole night. I'm walking without a cane, and my quality of life has vastly improved.
So when our patients come in for nerve damage screening, we do a touch-based exam because these patients have been poked and pried so many times, so this is completely pain-free. This is one of our very severe cases, and you can see that because of the many areas that they have complete black. Black is total loss of function. You can see that just few short treatments later, they went from this to this, and this is how we know that they are actually progressing, and then they're improving and their symptoms are going away. At True Health, we pride ourselves in treating all patients like family. So we bend over backwards for our patients when they come in here for treatments. They want to be here, they love coming here. We have a location here in Chandler, Arizona. We're also located in Scottsdale. And we are ready for you to come in, again, for that free exam and consultations where we can go over your symptoms, see if you make a good candidate for the treatments that we have. We are ready for you. Let's get your quality of life back. You have nothing to lose but your neuropathy.
School, friends, and activities can create stressful situations for some kids. The counselors at Lifeline PCS are here to support you with any concerns you may have.
Adults will notice that their child or teen is having issues if they are struggling with overarching themes of communication or not being aware. There are changes that go on with kids, usually due to hormonal changes. Those are normal and natural, but some are excessive or sudden.
They will notice changes in sleep and appetite, changes in communication styles towards yourself, authority figures, or others, maybe even social isolation rather than engagement.
Additionally, watch for negative behaviors like excessive anger or unexpected weeping. Take threats of suicide and self-harm very seriously. Self-harm and suicidality are not attention-seeking, they're connection-seeking. They may not have the words to express themselves.
It is important to provide your child or teen with someone they can trust, like family, friends, teachers, and counselors, to reassure them that it is okay to bring up problems or emotions that may be bothering them. Speaking to a provider can help guide you in determining signs and differences.
Social media is a double-edged sword. If used in moderation as a means of communication, entertainment, or to spread awareness, it's great. However, it can be negatively impacting on mental health because of a variety of reasons, like bullying or social comparisons or physical appearance, where advertising is involved, where it can decrease self-esteem.
Research supports social media being an associated factor to the increase of anxiety and eating disorders, along with depression. Social media can have a heavy influence, whether it is positive or negative, so it is important to understand how it is impacting you, your household, and your relationships. The COVID-19 pandemic is a key factor to the rise of substance abuse and other various addictions. Working in the mental health field, we have seen a rise in the increase of various addictions, emotional and physical abuse. Before the pandemic, many have already been struggling with addictions, and we have seen an increase due to social distancing, lack of support, and other added stressors, including the rise in homelessness and poverty.
Counseling is a great tool because it gives people that validation, it gives people that support system, it gives people the ability to recognize their needs for growth and change and then be able to grow and change, whereas they might not have that on their own.
For more information, please go to our website or call, and we would be glad to help.
If you're battling an illness, you can ask your healthcare provider if they have patient navigators. This is someone who's trained to navigate the healthcare system and help coordinate your care. Many times, a patient navigator can spend more time with you than your doctor can. Don't go anywhere, we'll be right back. We feature Valle del Sol and all they do for the community and the benefits of living a vegan lifestyle. Valle del Sol has been providing health services since 1970, and it's their mission to help the community with health care.
Valle del Sol started over 50 years ago, 1970. The goal was to establish social services, behavioral health services primarily, substance abuse services. The main goal at that point was to serve the veteran community that was returning from the Vietnam War. At that point, there was a lack of services for the Latino community, so that was the main goal, to have a place for the community to come and be served in their language and, with people that spoke Spanish. Throughout the years, there's been a need for additional services, so we started offering primary care, and the whole point of that was to integrate not only the physical health, but also the mental health, behavioral health, social aspects. But the goal, again, is for us to be able to not just only address the one thing, right? We want to be able to be here for the community and in terms of everything. It's better to really find connections, and that way the person feels supported and they don't feel like they're alone when it comes to their health.
Valle del Sol is open to anybody in the community. We do serve a majority of Hispanic and Latinos. The ailments or the chronic diseases that we see a lot, specifically in our Hispanic community, are things like high blood pressure, hypertension, diabetes, high cholesterol, depression, anxiety. These are all things that we as Latinos suffer from and are the things that we mostly come and see the doctor for. Here at Valle del Sol, we also offer not just primary care services for adults, but we also offer pediatric health. Dr. Wooten, our pediatrician, can see them for their well visit if they were behind on their developmental milestones. Then Dr. Wooten can address that. He can set them up with a catch-up schedule for their immunizations. They can get their flu shot, they can get their COVID shot, all in the same visit.
When it comes to Valle, the awesome part and something that I love about Valle is that when you come here, we don't only talk about the one need, right? We love to have the family identify. So, ¿quiénes son las personas importantes para ti? And the reason why we ask that is because when it comes to health, professionals can tell you what to do. But if you get the buy-in from the family and the family understand, then la abuelita, el tío, everybody will help address those needs. Los invito a que sean pacientes de Valle del Sol. We have different locations. We're across the valley. We don't say no to anybody. We don't turn people away. If we don't provide services, we will help you connect. But for the most part, we're a really good place to come and get all of the services that you need. So come to Valle.
We have more Your Health coming up from the U of A College of Medicine. We talked to a vegan influencer about World Vegan Month. November is World Vegan Month, so we wanted to get the latest information from vegan influencer Diana Edelman on plant-based eating.
My name is Diana Edelman, and I am the founder and CEO of Vegans Baby. Vegans Baby is a multifaceted project that I started in 2016 that's designed to help make vegan food and vegan life more accessible and approachable and show people that they're not missing anything by going vegan. I have a travel blogging background and a PR background, so I decided I would start a site that basically would follow me as I went and ate food around the city and showed people what was vegan and where we could find vegan food. Since then, it has grown to be not only a site, but I now curate tours around the world. I have a vegan dining month. I've expanded to multiple cities. And every year I put out the Las Vegas Vegan Dining Guide, which covers about 45 different categories of the best vegan food in Las Vegas. Being vegan means you are doing your best to cause no harm to other living things. So it is everything from not consuming animal products and animal byproducts to what you wear, to the products you use in your daily life, hair, shampoo, makeup, nail polish. It's a lifestyle that doesn't involve animals and animal byproducts. So there's three main reasons people go vegan. They go vegan for the animals, they go vegan for the environment, and they go vegan for health. There's been a lot of studies that have come out showing that if you go on a whole food, plant-based diet, that it can reverse heart disease and diabetes and things like that. But that's actually more that people are going plant-based because they're not necessarily going to make the whole vegan lifestyle change where they're not consuming any byproducts or anything like that. Vegan food is more than a baked potato, it's more than a salad, it's more than a plate of fruit, that there are restaurants out there that are just doing incredible things and showcasing the versatility of the cuisine and doing a really good job. We are here at Tacotarian in Las Vegas, Nevada. They actually have 4 locations here in Las Vegas and they just opened one in San Diego. They are a plant-based Mexican eatery. They have the largest selection of tacos in the world, and they also have the world's biggest taco, which, no joke, is like the length of my forearm. There's an amazing spot in Las Vegas called Garden Grill that actually does a fried chicken bucket that's vegan, and it's phenomenal. There's a burger shop here called Underground Burgers, and those burgers are insane. You would never know that they're vegan. I created Vegan Dining Month 6 years ago, basically as an answer to Restaurant Week. I remember I was driving in Las Vegas and I saw a big billboard for Restaurant Week, and I looked up to see what restaurants had vegan options, and none of them did. And so it started in Las Vegas, and then we expanded to Portland and San Diego, and now this year it's Portland, Las Vegas, and New York City. Restaurants around the city have a vegan dish or a few vegan options, and then we pick a local charity, and so at the end of the month, a portion of the proceeds from those dishes sold will go to that local charity. Typically, it's an animal sanctuary. What I love the most about being vegan is that I wake up every morning knowing that I'm doing the least amount of harm and that I'm contributing to make the world a better place. It's so good.
We want to thank everyone here at the U of A College of Medicine in Phoenix for hosting us today, and thank you for joining us in your health. We hope you have a happy and healthy day. I'm Erica Cardenas. See you next time.